Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. God made everything beautiful in its time. His timing is not always our timing, but rest assured, He is working things out for the better. This COVID-19 pandemic has really changed everything around the world, from our basic routinary way of living to celebration of big events has suddenly shifted to new normal. Today, our dear parents and their children who patiently waited, finally, it's over. San Simon Integrated School proudly presents its graduation and moving up virtual ceremonies for this school year 2020-2021 with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. So to start with, this most awaited event has never been made possible without the support of the equally and highly esteemed individuals. From the Schools Division of La Union, led by the dynamic and very supportive Schools Division Superintendent, Attorney Donato D. Valdres Jr., the approachable, empowering, and our active public schools district supervisor, Sir Mario P. Pasqua, our dedicated and very young at heart school principal, Ma'am Merna Di Mapanaw, our distinguished men and women of the entire academic community, colleagues, members of the graduating class, the pioneers of San Simon Integrated School, proud parents, guardians, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant and joyous viewing to all. May we all put ourselves in the spirit of patriotism as we listen to our national anthem, followed by a doxology, Region 1 hymn, La Union hymn, Los do March, and Aringay hymn played respectively.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, telas ng sigatanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang islang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may di magdidinig, luman ang araw ng walhaging pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng barkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Oh Jesus, my maker and my friend, you're always there with all your love beyond compare. In all of my days, your goodness follows me. Oh, I'm so blessed, and yet more than this, I'm thankful for who you are to me. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. Jesus, my brother and my friend. You never change, you always give, you always care. And since you have come and turned my life around, I've come to know that you're all I need. Jesus, with you I am complete. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. You are my Savior and my healer. You are the shepherd of my soul. You are my anchor and my shelter from the storm. You are my strength and my strong tower. You are my righteousness and peace. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. You are my God, my Lord and my King. Jesus, you are my everything. Jesus, you are my everything. Jesus, you are my everything.
Mountains and the rivers, the plains and winding trails, the shores where breezes linger. That's the place I love so well. The home of men who love her, men who died to keep us free, men who told you about the weather, and we want to never be. Region 1, oh Region 1, there's no better place I see. Region 1, oh Region 1, dearest home by far to me. Here I learned my lessons, in her veils I work and play. She has kept me safe and happy as I live on day by day. Other lands I wander as I search for wealth and fame. In my heart I one. There's no better place I see. Region one, oh Region one, dearest of my heart to me.
It is overwhelming to hear words of welcome from our very own active principal, Ma'am Myrna D. Mapanaw.
To our dynamic and brilliant Schools Division Superintendent, Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., our equally dynamic and brilliant Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vivian Luz S. Pagatpatan, our two workaholic chiefs, Dr. German E. Flora of the Curriculum Implementation Division, and Dr. Emiliana M. Boa of the Schools Governance and Operations Division, to our equally brilliant Public Schools District Supervisor, Mr. Mario P. Pasqua, Monitoring Supervisor of Secondary Cluster, Dr. Rominel S. Sobramonte, the committed and dedicated members of the teaching staff of this school, officers and members of the Parent Teachers Association, headed by the PTA President, Mrs. Mary Grace P. Rulian, Barangay Captain Milias da Capias of San Simon East, and all the members of the Barangay Council, Barangay Captain Delia M. Biniegas of San Simon West and members of the Barangay Council, my dear graduates and completers, my dear parents, friends, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant morning to each and everyone. Today is a very memorable and momentous event as you are having your moving up ceremony and graduation rites for this school year 2020-2021. My warmest and sincerest congratulations, graduates and completers of this batch 2021. Graduation is a time to celebrate as you are to achieve your dreams and reap the fruits of your hard work and determination. Your remarkable accomplishment in hurdling this tough journey brought you warm memories in your past and of course will bring you into your big dreams in the future. As you go through your life ahead, you may gain perspective by looking back to where you have been, a time you have spent in your humble school, the San Simon Integrated School, and that when you will look ahead, you will see that your school, SSIS, or the San Simon Integrated School, is a part of your future. Being a part of this school, we are so grateful and proud of your endeavors and hoping that you will continue to fulfill your visions with passion and perseverance. With this year's theme, Strengthening the Quality of Education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, every one of us had exerted great efforts and sacrifices to push through with your education. Our salute to all of you, dear graduates and completers, and to include your parents, your teachers, our deputy officials, PTA, and other stakeholders for their full support and guidance to this great success. So to all of you, I welcome you all to this joyful and great celebration. Good day, mabuhay, and God bless us all.
Thank you, ma'am, for that warm welcome to our viewers today. May we also hear another message of greetings from our Public Schools District Supervisor, Sir Mario P. Pasqua.
Maragsaka na kamang kablao kada kayo ubing, ang nagturpo City Kindergarten, daytoy atawen 2020-2021. Amok nga iti uneg ti 10 bulan, kat naadaan tayo, tinaisang sangayan a kapadasan. Tanuman pa'y naadaan tayo, tinaylumduma a krisis, pandemya. Kat naaramid yu ana siya at dagiti aktibidades ana ited kanyayo. Babaen ti panangtarabay dagiti naganak kada kayo. Sapay kuma, tagagaget kayo nga agadal, tapno magunod yu dagiti arapaap yu. Kadagiti mga nagayat anaganak, ti apo ti mangsupapak kadagiti sakripisyo yu, kat sapay kuma, tad adupay ti bendisyon nga ipaina kada kayo, kadagiti sumarsaruno apanawen, tiin kayo panang paadal kadagitoy anak yu. Patget nga administrasyon iti daytoy a pagadalan, ti mangidadaulo, kan dagiti maestro kan maestra. Idanon ko tinaimpuswan na panagyaman, iti panangayat yu kadagitoy anak yu, tati balay gida kat balay giyume.
May we again hear another message of greetings from our Curriculum Implementations Division Chief Dr. Herman E. Flora.
Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. True enough with the lines of the poem penned by Etienne de Guelet that goes, I shall pass this way but once. Any good that I can do, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. You did it amid the frightening threat of COVID-19 pandemic. The whole world is a witness of your triumph. Let this be a more reason to celebrate success with your family, relatives, and friends, and to be thankful too to the Lord Almighty for this great achievement. Your educational journey should not stop here. That dream will only become a reality if you continue to strive hard for it. Life must go on and on, even during these trying times. And as your teachers for a number of years have been there for you always, you will be meeting more of them to guide you even more until finally that dream is no longer a dream. It's what you aspired for with the grace of the Lord. Mabuhay and congratulations, Batch 2021.
Let's us hear another message of greetings from our Isgood Dr. Emiliana M. Boak.
Maraming bagay ang nagbago, kabilang ng sistema ng edukasyon sa bansa dahil sa COVID-19. Dahil ayaw ihinto ng kagawaran at ng pamahalaan ng pasukan, gumawa ito ng mga alternatibong paraan upang kahit papaano ay may matututuhan pa rin ang mga mag-aaral. Lahat ay nagsama-sama upang ang kalidad ng edukasyon lalong patatagin sa gitna ng pandemya. Sa ating napakatalinong ama at tagapamanihala ng La Union Schools Division Office, Attorney Donato D. Valderas Jr., ang napakabuting pangalawang tagapamanihala, Dr. Vivian Luz Pagatpatan, ang aking partner sa Curriculum Implementation Division, Dr. Herman Flora, sa mga education supervisors, public schools district supervisors, specialists, school heads, teachers, at sa lahat ng magtatapos at mabibigyan ng parangal sa school year na to. Sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa edukasyon, isang mapagpalang araw. Labis akong nalulugod at nag-uumapaw ang tuwa sa aking puso dahil sa wakas, napagtagumpayan nating lahat ang mga hamon at pagsubok na dulot ng pandemya. Lahat nagsama-sama upang patatagin ang kalidad ng edukasyon, upang mabigyan ng magandang kinabukasan ang ating mga mag-aaral. Naging mahirap man ang biglaang transisyon, kinaya natin ito. Sa ating mga school heads, na siyang nanguna sa paggabay sa mga guro, sa pagbibigay ng kalidad na pagtuturo, kahit napakahirap ang dinanas dahil sa biglaang sistema ng pagbibigay ng serbisyo sa mga mag-aaral. Salamat. sa mga local government unit na tumulong at sa pamahalaan ng barangay na siyang nagsilbing tulay upang maging mas madali ang delivery system ng education. Napadali ang lahat para sa ating mga guro dahil nandyan kayong tumulong. Salamat. Sa ibang stakeholders na nagbigay ng donasyong pinansyal, instructional materials, equipments at iba pang suporta, salamat. Sa mga magulang na hindi sumuko sa mga hamon upang makatapos o makapagpatuloy ang kanilang mga anak sa kanilang pag-aaral, salamat. Sa mga mag-aaral na hindi alintana ang banta ng sakuna na dulot ng COVID-19 sa kagustuhan na makapagpatuloy sa kanilang pagtahak upang makamit ang tagumpay at upang makamtan ang kanilang inaasam-asam na pagtatapos, binabati ko kayo sa inyong determinasyon. Dahil sa inyo, naging inspirado ang inyong mga guro sa kanilang pagtuturo at paggawa ng modules. Mabuhay kayo! At higit sa lahat, ang poong may kapal na siyang gumabay at nagbigay ng lakas ng loob upang magpatuloy kahit sa gitna ng pandemya. Salamat, Ama, sa pagpapala. Sadyang napakahusay po ang iyong mga plano dahil lahat nagsama-sama upang lalong patatagin ang kalidad ng edukasyon kahit pa sa gitna ng pandemya. Patuloy po sana mo kaming gabayan. Sa pagtatapos, patuloy po sana nating suportahan ang kagawaran, ang pamahalaan, ang La Union Schools Division Office upang maging mas matatag po ang kinabukasan ng ating mga mag-aaral. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Let us listen to another message of greetings from our Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Vivian Luz S. Pagakpatan.
This year's graduation has a story to tell. Forced by the call of the time, Graduation 2021 shall tell about the collective sacrifice and perseverance demanded from the parents, from the teachers, from the learners, from the Department of Education, as well as from the community. It is a story of responsibility shared and not to be forgotten. Never in recent history has a school calendar been strewn with so much difficulties piled upon difficulties. Never in recent memory has a school calendar been hit with so much hardships piled upon hardships. Complaints and difficulties never yet experienced were the order of the day. We took cognizance of this all. We ask you to trust the system. Together, we persevered. And today is yours. It is a journey to the stars through difficulties. Ad astra per aspera. And so, your graduation story is an inspirational story. It is about achieving victory in the face of adversity. And while this may be your personal achievement, the bigger picture is, it is a victory for all. To our 2021 graduates and completers, the parents, the teachers, our school leaders, our local government officials, and the entire community, congratulations. You deserve the stars. God bless.
It is with great pleasure and admiration that I convey my best wishes and profound felicitations to all the graduates, completers, and academic awardees of the school year 2020-2021. The efforts you have exerted to accomplish your academic tasks in the difficult times are something worthy of praises. Graduation and moving up ceremonies are the much awaited events in the life of every learner as they represent the golden times of reaching higher education and achieving dreams and aspirations. Definitely, the road you have taken is rough, but all the struggles are worth considering as they are the first few steps that will define your future success. Indeed, finishing this challenging school year during these trying times of COVID-19 pandemic is remarkable since it has been inevitable to face and accept the new normal landscape of education. It has been a school year of extraordinary hard work, dedication, and passion for all school leaders, teachers, learners, and parents in dealing and coping with chosen learning delivery modality to meet the most essential educational requirements. While it is admittedly difficult, you may take it positively as you have been given the opportunity to adapt to difficulties that have strengthened your innate potentials. Likewise, the incessant motivation and support of parents towards the seemingly thorny road to success caused by the global health crisis, as well as the strict obedience to various health and safety protocols, have enormously pitched in to this moment of your graduation and completion. My dear graduates, completers, and awardees, you have just marked another significant milestone in your continued quest for excellence and successful future. Certainly, more challenges will still come your way. However, to hurdle this, you should stay focused and always remember that your dreams are within reach when you are determined and committed to realize them. My beloved parents, community officials, and other stakeholders, accept our heartfelt gratitude for the victory we have achieved today. Thank you for being an effective and efficient partners of the Department of Education in the implementation of distance learning. Your untiring support is a deeper reflection of the unconditional love you have bestowed to the learners through the years. Undoubtedly, you have greatly taken part in realizing the goals and objectives of DepEd's pivot to quality education under the Sulong Educalidad program. Our sincere commendations to all our DepEd officials, the school administrators, faculty members, and non-teaching staff for providing the highest degree of service para sa bata, para sa bayan. Finally, with this happy celebration of your graduation and completion, it is with confidence to say that you have given our theme for this year, strengthening the quality of education amid the COVID-19 pandemic, a very special meaning. Congratulations and have a wonderful graduation day and moving up ceremonies.
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this culmination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day wherein finally our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning, and you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as in the parent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many, many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student, because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside. You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survived and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
May we again hear another message of greetings from our local chief executive, Honorable Eric O. Sibuna. And now, ladies and gentlemen, You're about to witness virtually the main highlight of today's event. To do the honors of presenting this school year's candidates for graduation, may we have on our screen our very own and dedicated school principal, Ma'am Myrna D. Mapanaw, followed right away by the acceptance, confirmation, and his message, our school's division superintendent, Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr. May we give them a virtual applause.
Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., Schools Division Superintendent, La Union Schools Division. Sir, I, Myrna D. Mapanaw, in my capacity as Principal 2 of San Simon Integrated School, acting under the mandate of RA 9155, otherwise known as Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, hereby recommend for your approval the completion of 42 kindergarten candidates, of which 25 are males and 17 are females. I certify that they have satisfactorily passed and completed all the necessary requirements for the kindergarten as prescribed by the Department of Education, its obtaining orders, issuances and policies on the matter, and the RA 10533, otherwise known as an act enhancing the Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes. I petition that their completion be approved and they be declared completers, effective upon the day their certificates are signed. I further pray that the rights and privileges appertaining thereto be conferred upon the same.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 1, Division of La Union. Be it known by all, to the graduates and completers, by the power and authority vested in me by law and by the Department of Education, in my capacity as Schools Division Superintendent, La Union Schools Division, and acting upon the recommendation and petition of your principal or school head, that your graduation or completion in the respective ladder of our educational system be approved with the certification that you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for completion and graduation as prescribed by law and by the Department of Education. I hereby affirm your completion or graduation and declare you graduates or completers in these very historic and challenging times of our educational journey, effective upon the signing of your diplomas and certificates by authorized officials. I therefore confer upon you all the rights and privileges appertaining and attached to your diplomas and certificates. My congratulations. Go forth and be the change agents and the salt that the world needs.
Thank you, sir, for your heartwarming message. Congratulations, graduates. Finally, it's time for the harvest. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment for our graduates and kindergarten completers. Today, we will be witnessing the awarding of diplomas, certificates, medals, and ribbons to our graduates and kindergarten completers. Presenting to you the kindergarten completers. To start with, Andres Johan Chansey A. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ramsey Andres. Apillanes John Bryson G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ernie Apillanes. Balana Terence J. T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Chufilo Balana. Pantara Sochan C. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. John Finster Banta. Bautista Mark Benjamin F. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Marlon Hilario Bautista. Niegas Derek A. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roderick Villegas. Paluna Darren. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Camilo Papaluna. Panangka John Cyrus S. Parent, Clarice Kapanangka. Palalas John Ray A. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jimmy Calalas. Cariaga Rochester A. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nicolas Jr. Cariaga. Guzman Grow Up James O. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Danhiel Guzman. July Nathaniel M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lester John Dulay. Garcia Nico James Paul E. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Albert Garcia. Dato Cedric E. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Richard Hidalgo. Tito John Marco B. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Renante Lido. Abanta Riniel Lawrence C. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Romel Mabanta. Apanaw Adrian Dave M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Edwin Mapanaw. Martin Dwayne Jello F. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Darwin Martin. Esperos Prince Johan I. Proud parents, John Christopher Esperos. Binaria Rodel Jr. M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rodel Binaria. Sobrevilla Jamsis May R. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rogelio Jr. Sobrevilla. Suyat Mark Kian D. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Marlon Suyat. Tatifa Mark Ace Tyler C. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jomar Tatifa. Villalon John Evexter M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jennifer Villalon. Yaranon Alden Richard A. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Mark Allen Yaranon. Abubo Ivaline G. Parent, Rogeline Abubo. Alegre Francesca Scal M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Cancel Alegre. Anis Madeline Joy T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fidel John Anis. Akananta Jana M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Emeterio Cacananta. De la Vega Janela T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arnold De La Vega. Doctolero Jamaica Sofia S. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jason Doctolero. Fabros Naomi Claudette G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Francisco Fabros. Gaceta Kiana Lorraine. Parent Blanca Gaceta. Lim Cherime G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rodel Lim. Magno Andrea A. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Paul Augusto Magno. Magno Jewel Faye C. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Julius Magno. Mapanaw Amber Justine D. Parent Laarni Mapili. Isaiah Janela Roan D. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Rolly Lisea. Kiban O.D.R. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arturo Jr. Kiban. Rillera Cyrene T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Renato Rillera. Supsupin Kairin Chin M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roel Supsupin. Briseles Princess Janelle O. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson Briseles.
Attorney Donato D. Balderas Jr., Schools Division Superintendent, La Union Schools Division. Sir, I, Mirna D. Mapanaw, in my capacity as Principal 2 of San Simon Integrated School, acting under the mandate of RA 9155, otherwise known as Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, hereby recommend for your approval the graduation of 40 grade 6 candidates, of which 25 are males and 15 are females. I certify that they have satisfactorily passed and completed all the necessary requirements for the elementary schools as prescribed by the Department of Education, its obtaining orders, issuances, and policies on the matter, and RA 10533, otherwise known as an act enhancing the Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education, appropriating funds, therefore, and for other purposes. I petition that their graduation be approved and they be declared graduates effective upon the day their diplomas are signed. I further pray that the rights and privileges appertaining thereto be conferred upon the same.
Republic of the Philippines, Department of Education, Region 1, Division of La Union. Be it known by all, to the graduates and completers, by the power and authority vested in me by law and by the Department of Education, in my capacity as Schools Division Superintendent, La Union Schools Division, and acting upon the recommendation and petition of your principal or school head, that your graduation or completion in the respective ladder of our educational system be approved with the certification that you have satisfactorily completed all the requirements for completion and graduation as prescribed by law and by the Department of Education. I hereby affirm your completion or graduation and declare you graduates or completers in these very historic and challenging times of our educational journey, effective upon the signing of your diplomas and certificates by authorized officials. I therefore confer upon you all the rights and privileges appertaining and attached to your diplomas and certificates. My congratulations. Go forth and be the change agents and the salt that the world needs. Sumayin niyo po ang aking maalap at taus-pusong pagbati. Sa gitna ng isang krisis dulot ng pandemya, napagtagumpayan pa rin natin ang adhikaing maitaguyod ang layunin ng edukasyon para sa ating kabataan upang masiguro natin ang kanilang kaligtasan sa kamangmangan. Nagsama-sama po tayong lahat, mga pinuno ng mga paaralan, mga guro, mga magulang, mga lokal at nasyonal na opisyal ng gobyerno, at iba pang ahensya nito. Mga pilantropo, mga ordinaryong tao, maging ang mga mismong mag-aaral. Tayong lahat ay nagkaisa upang isulong ang kalidad ng edukasyon sa lahat ng pamamaraan posible at kahit imposible na napatunayang posible din naman. Sama-sama nating ipinaglaban ang karapatan ng bawat bata na makapag-aral at hindi natin inalintana ang lahat ng balakid, bagkus lalong naging matatag sa bawat hamon na dulot ng kasalukuyang pangkalahatang problema sa kalusugan. Hindi rin po tayo pinabayaan ng pamahalaang lokal at nasyonal. Sa bawat programa nila, laging isa ang edukasyon sa mga prioridad. Marami ang naging leksyon, kalinangan at kasanayan, at sa gitna ng mga ito ay ang mga napag-alaman, mga nadiskubring mga epektibong pamamaraan. Natuto tayong gumalaw ng maingat at i-maximize kung ano ang oras, pagkakataon, at mga resources na meron tayo. Sa mga mag-aaral, natutong mag-aral sa kanilang sariling pamamaraan at naging responsable sila. Naging mabisang pagkakataon din ang mga pangyayaring ito upang lalong mapagtibay ang relasyon ng mga miyembro ng bawat pamilya, lalong-lalo na ang relasyon ng anak sa magulang o magulang sa anak. Ngayon, masasabi natin na sa kabila ng matinding agam-agam at mga haka-haka, tayong lahat ay nagtagumpay dahil tumayo tayo para sa edukasyon Pinili nating maging proaktibo kaysa inaktibo. Pinili nating suungin ang pagsubok kaysa talunin tayo ng mga suliranin. At ngayon nga ay nagtagumpay tayo. Patunay nito na kayo ay nagsipagtapos o magsisipagtapos sa isang antas ng ating edukasyon. This is very historic and this marks a milestone in the colorful history of our educational system. And you, we, all of us are part of this. Salamat sa ating mga principals o school heads, mga guro at mga non-teaching personnel na sa konteksto ng school-based management na pangatawanan nila ang school leadership at its best and sense of ownership at its highest among all members of the school community, parents, and stakeholders. Truly, we won the battle in the war for education because we made school-based management at its finest. In closing, I say, in La Union Schools Division, excellence we profess, care we cultivate, love we share, kindness we embrace, humility we live. Mabuhay ang La Union Schools Division. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang edukasyon.
At this moment, we will be witnessing the awarding of diplomas, medals, and ribbons to the graduates. Presenting to you the graduates batch 2021. To start with, Alanag Arcel M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arnel Balanag. Balanag John Lord V. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fortunato Balanag. Balanag Graydon T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Roberto Balanag. Bautista Rico J. S. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Bautista. Kabading si Rojael C. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ralph Lauren Kabading. Kakananta John Louie. Parent, Maria Losbiminda Kakananta. Kakananta Jose Mira F. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Giovanni Kakananta. Calizo Brian Neil G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Amado Jr. Calizo. Calizo Mark Guyver G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Amado Jr. Calizo. Carion Ralph Robin C. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ramil Carion. De La Vega Jasper T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arnold De La Vega. Dukusin Cyron Braille G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sammy Dukusin. Dolatre Clarence V. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Lorenzo Dolatre. Enriquez Mark Anthony B. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Percival Enriquez. Gundran David Noel C. Proud parent, Elgin Gundran. Haramel Chan Carlo B. with honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Carlos Paulo Haramel. Avilionar Nathaniel F. Proud parent, Joy Avilionar. Mapanaw Gabriel D. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Vilmar Mapanaw. Mapanaw Jefferson M. With honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Artemio Sr. Mapanaw. Mapanaw John Emmanuel M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Arvin Mapanaw. Mapanaw Rapin J. N. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Renante Mapanaw. Mapili Jules Allen O. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Noel Mapili. Munar Lawrence C. Proud parent, Flor Munar. Palmes Neo Alexis T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Francis Palmes. Orian Krian R. Proud parent, Christine Julian. Abuga Angela M. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alvin Abuga. Viniegas Jeline Simonette D. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Samuel Jr. Viniegas. Cabanyero Mariela G. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson Cabanyero. Istilong Kailan May D. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jeremy Istilong. Gakutan Joanna Marie B. With honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Elmer Gakutan. Gundran Rachel Ann Joy R. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Edgar Gundran. Ibrahim Salma B. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Faisal Ibrahim. Jimenez Eliza May G. With honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alvin Jimenez. Lagdamen Rochelle P. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ray Lagdamen. Layusen Aljenica C. With honors. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Alan Layusen. Mapili Dinah Shane C. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Valentino Mapili. Perez Valerie H. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Dante Perez. Ramiro Atena F. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ben Ramiro. Piñera Ridelin T. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Renato Rillera. Ugal Emerigiana B. Proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Fernando Ugal. To continue with our program, may I call in si Roger L.C. Cabadim, a grade 6 graduating class for...
Good day, everyone. Before anything else, I would like to give recognition to our school principal, to all the teachers and staff, to our loved ones and families, and to all who are watching right now. Welcome to Batch 2020-2021 Graduation Day. With the pandemic that hit hard, we managed to push through. We are able to continue education even in our homes. Let us thank the Lord for embracing us with His protection, mercy, grace, and power, that with His might we are able to survive and safe from the health risk of COVID-19. For 6 years in our alma mater, we have shared a lot of memories of happiness and sadness. It was an exciting journey. Then suspension of school days began March last year due to the rise of COVID-19 cases that we were locked down, must stay in our homes, have curfews. We embrace the new normal, continue to study by modular and virtual basis. But here we are now. Finally, we reach this day to acknowledge everybody's efforts, patience, hard work, and perseverance to step on this another milestone of our life. We are ready to face another step. Let us continue to learn more and choose the right path. No virus could stop us from learning. Let's be more determined and willing to do whatever it takes for us to attain our goals. Before I end this speech, in behalf of grade 6 students, I would like to give recognition to the following. To our school principal, thank you for taking care and for shaping the conditions for us students in times of pandemic. We are forever grateful for your impact on this school. To our teachers, thank you for activating knowledge and new visions into our lives. Thank you for your long patience and efforts towards us. Your kindness, words of encouragement, and generosity are remarkable. Thank you for all the things you have done to us. To the school staff, thank you for always putting your best foot forward to ensure the best environment for the students. To the parents out there, I know for sure that every single one of us now messaging already their thank you messages to their parents. The words aren't enough to pay all the sacrifices and the support for our studies. We will do our best in return. To my fellow graduates, thank you for all the memories. I have great fun and time meeting all of you in the wonderful place called school. It will stay with me forever. I hope that our friendship will always be there. Congratulations! I may not have the chance to thank you all personally because of the uncontrollable circumstances that we face today. But still thankful for the virtual ceremony as one of the alternative ways. With this, I was able to say thank you to everyone and was able to deliver my speech. Again, good day and God bless us all.
In behalf of all the parents of San Simon Integrated School, may we hear a message from Mrs. Mary Grace Rullan, our General PTA President.
The Parent Teachers Association realizes that this was not an easy journey, but you stuck to the task of working to achieve your life's destinies. Graduation is an accomplishment that deserves recognition and encouragement. And that is especially true in these unprecedented times where, due to COVID-19 and social distancing precautions, graduation ceremonies at many elementary and secondary schools are either being canceled or held virtually for the second year in row. We recognize the efforts and applaud you and know that nothing will hinder you from achieving what God has destined for you. Let the world be your backyard as you go forth to conquer and conquer. You must cause San Simon Integrated School to be proud to call you its citizens as you play your part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. So now, more than ever, it is important to acknowledge the special graduate in your life and make them feel extra special. From virtual graduation, ideas to finding the perfect graduation gift. Never forget your alma mater. Congratulations, teachers and graduates. May the Almighty God guide and richly bless you on the rest of your journey. Walk with God and you will walk good.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mary Grace Rullan, for touching the lives of our learners and parents. At this juncture, may I call in Joanna Marie B. Kakutan, a grade 6 graduating class, for the Pledge of Loyalty.
We,
The members of the graduating class 2020 to 2021 of San Simon Integrated School do hereby declare on our honor that we will apply to our daily lives the skills, knowledge, and values learned, that we will uphold the ideals of our school, remain true and loyal, and give her name, that we will always live up to the expectations of our parents and teachers, that we will fulfill our duties and obligations as law-abiding citizens of our community.
Now let's hear another message from our active barangay official and whose heart is to seek the welfare of his barangay, Honorable Melias Dacapias.
Thank you so much, Apo Kapitan, for that wonderful message.
Today we reap the fruit of our labor. We march together with passion and fervor. The years were filled with memories we'll savor. To our parents we bring dignity and honor. Today we start a beautiful beginning, a clean slate for us that's truly inspiring. Oblivious this time of failing, to our mentor salute, we shall continue learning. We are closer to our dreams, we are closer to our dreams. Finally we reach the gate to our dreams. It's time to unlock and follow our path. Never been this close before to reach for the top. Remember our friends with fondness, for making us bright those times of darkness, for being our strength in moments of weakness, for being our partners in our happiness and loneliness. We are closer to our dreams, we are closer to our dreams. Finally we reach the point of no return. It's time to give back, now is our turn. Never been this sure before to serve mankind. As we leave these walls, we'll leave our stories behind. We'll make things happen, so help us God. We are closer to our dreams, we are closer to our dreams. Finally we reach the gate to our dreams. It's time to unlock and follow our path. Never been this close before to reach for the top. We are closer to our dreams. We are closer to our dreams. Finally we reach the point of no return. It's time to give back. Now is our turn. Never been this close before to serve mankind.
Thank you also for your generosity. We will take this opportunity to thank everyone who unselfishly cooperated and participated in any undertakings of this year's SSIS graduation and moving up virtual ceremonies. Sa inyo pong lahat, marami pong salamat. Congratulations, graduates and kindergarten completers, and to your proud parents, go forth, grow, and be successful. To close the program, may I call in Ma'am Marites Iaduan, Teacher 3, a Grade 2 advisor, for the closing remarks.
Good morning, everyone. I would like to express my sincerest greetings to the graduates of San Simon Integrated School, the parents, relatives, and for all of those who helped in order for us to achieve a high quality of education as a preparation for a higher grade of studies. Thank you for all the financial and moral support. To the teachers, we also extend our sincere gratitude to you as you didn't only teach, but led the students in this institution. Wherever your students may be in the future, even sometimes they will surpass your social status, we will remain humble to you because your heroic deeds cannot be tied up. We give thanks to those who have helped to make this academic year 2020-2021 of San Simon Integrated School successful, wherein we could display our graduates with sense of pride and accomplishment. From this administration of this institution until its personnel, thank you. For all of those who have prepared this virtual program, thank you for your help. You're the reason behind the success of this event. To all students, graduates, and completers of San Simon Integrated School, is very happy for you, and you are all expected to continuously render this victory. We hopefully continue this kind of success through not getting fed up for fulfilling our duties to improve our school, San Simon Integrated School, to reach the state of vibrant and nurturing integrated school for improving lives in the community. Indeed, it is clear in our visions, it is already within our grasps, the fulfillment of our school vision. Long live SSIS! Again, congratulations to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Marites Iaduan, for the remarks.